Hello guys, this is Zaya Monk again. Still on the matrix, on the activities of the matrix, the nature of it, because the scope of the nature of the matrix is infinite, and I'm trying my best to be able to actually highlight and make mention of um, all of the nature so far I have actually discovered. Realize that here in Italy, the society actually claims that they don't have control over it, but that is not actually true. To a very large extent, they control it. They can control it. They can use it to program people to a very large extent. But it is a fact, it is true that they don't actually have full control over it because, as I've said before, it has global dimension. All right. Because of the fact that they don't really control it and don't know the full scope of how it operates, they use it even ignorantly, not knowing that they are actually putting the network to use. Um, Realize that the fact that we live within the network and the network is ubiquitous, is active all over the world. So it's like kind of omnipresent, and that is how it is. It's omnipresent, sort of, that is active or have a global dimension, a global range. So sometimes they use it without them knowing, I could say, and also other times they can actually consciously make use of it and deploy it, right? For example, you can go to an office here in Italy and before you arrive, because as I've said before, the network controls people cognitive processes, right? So that it decide what you think, your logic, your outcome, what you're going to do. It can assign assignment to you. It can make you to be very smart, to be very aware, pay attention to details. And it can also make you to be very stupid and just follow along without actually being put in the state of being passive, not questioning anything. And in this aspect, then you can actually make an error and you can actually be programmed and scheduled to fail. Like you can go to an office to actually office and they may have also just before you arrive, of course, they give you an appointment of when you are going to come. And before you arrive, they have already programmed it, programmed you about what you're going to say, about what you're going to do, the question we are going to be asked, what should be your response to those same questions they are going to ask you. Because remember that now they are in control of your cognitive process. So then they controls your performance, your action, your responses, and eventually the actions. So then they can get you to perform less or perform excellent. So they do use it here in Italy consciously to limit the expression of a person's potential to decide result, to decide the outcome of any actions. All right. So it's important to know this. So the society, the offices, whether the office of the lawyers, because of even the courts, the entire institution, the entire society. But one of the interesting part of it is that the society actually claim that it doesn't control it. It does not have full control for it. And that now is a fact that they don't have full control over the network. But to some extent, to a very large extent, they can actually decide, make use of it, okay, and in the ways that I've actually mentioned it. So it's important. Like for example, I just been to an office where the outcome, and because I got, of course, an appointment of when to come for a specific office. I don't want to mention the names or what the appointment was about. And the question was already scheduled before I arrived, and they also scheduled what I should say, my performance and what my responses should be to the questions that they have already arranged because Of course, they already give me schedule and the dates. And so they also have already put out the plans of the questions they are going to ask and decide also my responses to those questions, right? Because the network is responsible for the cognitive processes of people. Yeah, so this is just the information I wanted to share. I really think I've done a very amazing job to have been able to bring Italy and the entire society to come to know itself, to really expose itself to the entire public. And this information I'm sharing is available to the public, although it may not be, though it is subconscious, it is subtle, it is subliminal, but everybody is aware about it, and this is a fact. And the main concern is what should be the way forward to this? Should the world continue in this way? And it has a global dimension. So I should continue to actually reveal one after the other the nature of the Italian matrix of inhumanity and the way they use it. And in fact, there is no positive aspect to it. It was actually designed as a weapon as a weapon to actually, satisfy these age-long desires of Carlos' desire of seeing the world suffer.